Hey YouTube friends, my name is Sew Aldo. Today I will be showing you how to easily transform this maxi dress that I bought at the thrift store into a stylish new jumpsuit. Before we begin, be in the know, subscribe, and be notified for more easy and free sewing projects for beginner. Now let's go ahead and get started. First thing I did was tried on the dress to figure out how long the bodice should be. So I place a pin right here and I'm just going to mark it. So it is about 11 inches. And then I am going to cut it right here, right at the waistline. Because the dress is super long, I decided to hem it. So starting from the neckline, I measure down 37 inches. So that is my desired length. That is including the 1-inch hemline's allowance. I'm going to cut off the bottom of the dress, and here I am just using some washers as fabric weight. I got those from Home Depot and they are very inexpensive. Sure that the hemline is going to be even, I decided to measure from the original hemline going up. So I pretty much needed to trim off about 12 inches. And then I'll go ahead and trim that off. And I will save it for future project. I can also use it to add sleeves. Side straps, so totally it's up to you. I actually have a tutorial on how to do exactly that. I'm just going to have the link in the description box below. Because the necklines is not straight, I decided to measure down starting from the waistline. The 11 inches that I needed, I simply just measured down from the original waistline. I added 3 inches from here to the other end, so I knew exactly that my bodice is going to be even. Then I am going to simply cut it off. Using the short pants pattern that I made a few days ago, I am going to place it on the folded fabric. And because the skirt panel is not wide enough, I decided to use the bottom of the dress instead. So I turn it upside down so the patterns will fit. Now the patterns fit perfectly as if I measured it. So yay! So I just place the side seam on fold and I'm just going to separate it later on. And then I'm just going to trace the pattern on the fabric. To make it longer, you're just simply going to extend the length of the pattern all the way down to the hemline. Then you will have a pair of pants. And then I am going to simply cut it out. Apologize if I am blocking the view right here. I just don't know where to place the camera at this moment because I have so many things around me. So I apologize for that. We'll do the same thing on the front panels. I am just going to trace the pattern on the fabric and the inseam. Instead of tracing a slightly slanted, I decided to just do a straight line instead. I will cut it out. I added about 1/4 inch seam allowance. This was so satisfying right here. I am going to cut the panel, so I will have 2 back pieces and then same for the front pieces as well. I am going to cut it at the center. For that, I am going to match the panels, so I will match the front and the back and making sure that the right sides of the fabrics are facing each other. Going to pin it to secure, and then I am going to sew the side seam. And obviously I will repeat the same step on the other leg panel. That I open the panel, I place the side seam at the center so I can match the back on the back piece and the front on the front. You can't tell which one is the front piece and the back piece. You can easily tell that the back piece, the crotch is extended. Pants is starting to take its shape. Now it's time to join the inseam. So I match the crotch seam first and then pin it to secure. And then I am going to close the inseam. Now it's time to work on the bodice. I am going to take it in right here, about 2 inches on both side seams. After that, it's time to join the pants to the bodice. So I put the bodice inside the pants. I match the side seams first, so it will be so much easier. And then I pin it all the way around, and then I am going to sew it all the way around. Now the moment of truth. I'm super excited. This is actually my first time to make a jumpsuit. I made a romper before using a maxi skirt. Examining the waistline, it looks a little weird, so I decided to shear this part right here. If you don't know how to install an elastic thread in your sewing machine, I have a tutorial on how to do that. I am just going to have the link in the description box below, so you can go ahead and watch that. After I finished the first row, I actually trim it off and adjusted the elastic because you don't want it super tight that you won't be able to get in the jumpsuit. So that is like the best way to do it. Once you shear it, trim it off, and then adjust the elastic, and then go to the next row. So I ended up doing 5 rows of shear stitching. This is what it looks like after I sheared the waistline. As you can see, it is pretty. It's cinched in the waistline and it doesn't have that weird bulge on the waistline. What you have to do is finish the hemlines. So I am going to fold it twice and then sew it all the way around. This is the final transformation. I absolutely love how it turned out. If you would like to add sleeves or wide straps, you can totally do that. I also have a tutorial on how to do that. Sorry if I cannot model this jumpsuit for you guys, but off camera I actually tried it on. It was actually a perfect fit. To show my appreciation to my wonderful viewers, from now on I will be naming after sewing makes to a lovely viewer. In this case, I named this jumpsuit Patty. So Patty, thank you so much for suggesting that I should make a jumpsuit using this maxi dress. Just a friendly reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit the bell icon, then click all so you will get notified whenever I post a new sewing tutorial for beginners. Come back and see me again for another easy and free sewing tutorials. I will see you next time. Bye!